Greetings in the name of Jesus. I'm Pastor Elizabeth Hiller, and I'm joining you today from Dilworth Lutheran Church. I am a member of the Northwest Minnesota Compensation and Guidelines Committee, and I serve as a pastor here. Our committee is additionally comprised of our volunteer chair, John Olson. He serves as a pastor, part-time pastor of our Synod's Ministers of Vocation. Additional members of our committee are Alan Bertelrud, a lay member from Bethany Lutheran in Red Lake Falls, Kathy Hunstead, deacon from Trinity Lutheran in Moorhead, John Liseth, deacon from Concordia College, Moorhead, Randy Moe, lay member from Bigland Luther in Fisher, and Randy Whitehead, pastor of the New Life Parish in Rothsay. Today, I want to draw your attention to the 2022 Compensation Guidelines for Pastors, or Ministers of Word and Sacrament. The compensation guidelines that you received are a resource to help your congregation determine compensation. The intent is to give fair compensation and support for your leader so that your leader and your congregation can best follow Jesus together. The 2022 guidelines recommend a $1,000 increase at all experience levels. This increase, with other subsequent increases, amounts to about $1,570. We hope that this increase both acknowledges the significant financial challenges that many congregations face during the pandemic, and we hope that it will help our congregations to attract and sustain qualified rostered ministers. Finally, a note for our congregation's treasurers and bookkeepers. The Portico Benefits Calculator is now accessed only by those who have login credentials to the Portico website. Please keep this in mind as you put together your leader's compensation for 2022.
Hi, I'm Deacon John Liseth, and I'm one of the campus ministers at Concordia College. And I'm here to talk with you about updates to our Synod's compensation guidelines for ministers of word and service, or deacons. We made these updates with two goals in mind. The first goal is equitable compensation, recognizing that this roster includes a wide variety of years of service, ministerial preparation, including academic preparation, leadership responsibility, relevant professional experience that deepens capacity for current ministry. We have a wide variety of deacons serving in our church. So we wanted to make these guidelines equitable in terms of providing a determination of equitable compensation for a specific deacon serving in a specific call with specific preparation, specific years of experience, etc. The second goal in terms of making these updates is that we wanted to make them practically usable. We wanted to make them easy to use. So I want to talk with you about three updates. The first of these three updates is an across-the-board increase in compensation for our Synod's deacons, which is parallel to the increase for our Synod's pastors, something that Pastor Elizabeth Hiller already talked to you about. The second update is a formatting update. In our previous guidelines, we had a range of years of service, translating to a range of potential base salaries. What we've done is we've changed the format to a table that includes rows based on single years of service and columns that include earned academic degree for ministry. The third of our updates includes borrowing additional considerations from our guidelines for determining equitable compensation for our Synod's pastors. Clearly, our church values academic preparation and other kinds of ministerial preparation, leadership responsibility, and previous professional experience that deepens a minister's capacity in their current ministry context. And we've been using these considerations to determine equitable compensation for our synod's pastors for years. So why wouldn't we also use them to determine equitable compensation for our synod's deacons? So you'll see that in this update. Then, the way this works is hopefully simpler. You use the table. You take your deacon's years of service, find that row. You find your deacon's academic preparation to serve in ministry, and find that column. This gives you a base salary. And then to that base salary, you make additions based on those additional considerations, including additional training and education, leadership responsibility, previous professional experience that deepens their capacity to serve in their current ministry context, very similar to the way that you would for a pastor. Thanks.